It wasn't a shutout, but I mean, there was no dispute that Floyd Mayweather was the rightful winner by a lot. I mean, but look, I'm going to say it again. This is not a fight that's for you or me or for the diehard fan. The diehard fan, whether they want to admit it or not, is going to watch the fight just because it's boxing and we're junkies. This is for the regular Joe that just knows these names and doesn't maybe follow boxing on a regular basis. And I'm going to tell you, I had like an epiphany a couple days ago. I now understand it, and I'm going to explain it to you. Because you and I are in this daily, and so we know what's a good fight, maybe what's a bad fight, what's something that's sort of interesting, where these athletes are in the terms of the arc of their career. And so we understand when they say Mayweather Pacquiao 11 years after they fought the first time, and Floyd Mayweather, as we tape this today, is his 49th birthday, and Manny Pacquiao, when they get in the ring, will be 48 years old, or he's 47 currently. So
as always, is today the day Floyd Mayweather loses in the ring? I think that's a big selling point that certain people are going to want to see. But I didn't see the same Manny Pacquiao against Mario Barrios, the Pacquiao that fought me. But they're both older, so I'm not sure what we're going to get, but I believe we're going to get, in theory, lesser of a fight, right? Lesser of the fight. So I think the fight is a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of hype, and
a lot of money.
You should a lot of money. But yeah, you should kind of like take it, take it lightly. Take it as something. I can't seem to wrap my head around the seriousness of the event, it's not an exhibition, it's not for charity, it's for self-charity, it's for their pockets, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it's the way the world is right now, man. I mean, God bless both men that they live in a day and age where they can still make this happen for the casual people. But yeah, I'm most likely gonna be not attending. I'll probably be on like family vacation at that portion of the year. But yeah, it's gonna be fun for people who understand to take it light, and then it's gonna be good action for betting. A lot of good action for the bettors, and it's a little bit of a toss up. But Floyd loves to not get hit, and so
really hard to believe that he could be hurting for money in the first place. But I got a feeling that if you think he's hurting for money, he wants you to think he's hurting for money. I think that's kind of his mindset when it comes to him coming back to the ring. And I told you I had a different perspective. For anyone in this world that has a livelihood, that's what they do to support their family. That's what they've done their whole life. That's what they've always wanted to do, and they retired from it. I'm sure that there's something about it that they may miss, that they may wish they could do again, or whatever the case may be. This just happens to be the hurt business, right? So in the hurt business, once you're done with the hurting or the getting hurt, you don't really want to go back into that kind of fire.
Right.
But at the end of the day, this is his livelihood. This is what he's done his entire life. Right. So at some point, you got to get away from this being a financial thing, this being a I want to be popular thing, and all that kind of stuff. And you just got to say, hey, this is what this man has done his whole life to provide, and this is what he loves to do, so he's going to do it. He's coming out of retirement. If you worked in the factory and you came out of retirement, if you could still pick up that metal, they let you come out of retirement. Right. So why not I'll tell you what, ahead of getting in the ring with Manny, taking on an exhibition fight, not a bad idea. If you don't know, he has an exhibition fight coming up, I believe, in April out here in Las Vegas. Ruslan Provodnikov, another fighter. So someone that has a name but isn't gonna hurt him, Manny, that is. And then I got a feeling that that Floyd might be looking at the same thing, probably looking at trying to one up Manny like he does with everything. And like I said, not a bad idea, because what you don't want to do, what we've seen Mike Tyson do against Jake Paul, is you don't want to get in that ring and you haven't driven that car in so long that the engine runs hot. So both these guys, I think they're more than anything, they're trying to show us how serious they are about doing it again against one another. So,
Sean, how shocked were you when you found out that Floyd was coming back? Last time he fights is in 2017 against Conor McGregor. The guy has not fought, I said more than a decade, almost a decade, I should have said, in almost a decade. Even when you're Floyd Mayweather, that's got to be a hard thing to do, and especially when you're 49 years old.
So there's some really good pros about it. You know, he's done some exhibitions. He's shown that he still has the abilities that he's had. They're clearly not what they used to be, but they're still there. You know, and then beyond that, the fact that he lives a good, clean life. You know, he has his fun, and what I like about him, and I'm a lot the same. We have fun without, I call it clean fun, right? Yeah. So we're out there, but we're not using the alcohol. We're not using, you know, the substances and all those other kinds of things. Yeah, we may stay up late once or twice a month, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, but what's the worst that can happen? And for someone like him, who he got everywhere he got because of this right here, that's never going to change for him, right? So he's just going to lock back in, and he'll literally be the Floyd of old.
Yeah. Fight with Keith Thurman, he won that fight more on energy than craftiness. As fighters get older, they shouldn't be winning on energy against younger fighters. They're typically older fighters who beat younger fighters, beat them on craftiness, a la Bernard Hopkins, things like that. So you know, the fact that Manny never really learned that craftiness to beat guys at a slower pace, and to learn how to slow the pace down and take the pace away from the younger, energetic guys and beat them, just made it more suspicious, in my opinion. Now, having said that, you know, you got over 70 pro fights with Manny Pacquiao, a lot of wars, a lot of tough fights, you know. Again, into his 40s, it didn't seem like they affected him. Wonder why. And honestly, there's typically, when you fight in that kind of kamikaze-ish style that Pacquiao always fought with, you know, it was exciting. Definitely, you know, brought a lot of excitement to the table, but you typically shorten your career, not extend it. Pacquiao seemed to constantly extend his career and have success at higher levels, even like we saw into his early 40s against Keith Thurman. That was a big win. But eventually, you know, the sand runs out of the hourglass no matter what, because, you know, you do wear out your body regardless. You're still in these fights. You're still in these training camps. So regardless of anything, eventually the sand has to run out of the hourglass. And in the second half of the Ugas fight, he did look, you know, shop-worn. And hasn't been back.
What's it is right now?
I'm going to have a long talk with him over that, you know, because I think maybe being a senator, maybe being a fighter, both is just maybe too much. You know, we didn't have enough time in training camp. The beginning of training camp was not so well. The sparring was bad. He was too light. And then when I came in and we went to General Santos, it was a lot easier because he only had one job. And being a job as a boxer is like more than enough, believe me. So I'm going to have a long talk with Manny and discuss this and see how he feels, and I'm going to give him my feelings on it too, because I'm a little bit in the middle right now, because, you know, he didn't fight badly or anything like that. He did well in some of the rounds and so forth, but he just wasn't consistent enough for what
to Netflix.
Oh yeah, live on Netflix.
I just hope they really box. Like, fuck, if y'all don't get in there really box, man.
Oh, they ain't got no choice but to really
Pacquiao
fight.
really want to beat him still, so I don't think he ain't gonna be able to take it.
Does this count for Floyd record?
Yeah. But this how I was
some of
talking.
them shits be saying it don't count on
Exhibition fights. Nah, I don't
Yeah,
think
this
it's
a real.
exhibition.
I think this is a real fight.
Yeah,
We was talking yesterday. This is gonna be like MJ coming back with the Wizards.
Damn. Nah, this is way past that. They
Nah,
got 50, bro.
He said this
Yeah, but
NBA
we like-
scrimmage with the Bobcats.
We don't really
talking about
care.
how it look.
Yeah, we like, we don't really care if he lose. At this point,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, damn, he fought when he was 50 because he was out of his prime. He took 8 years off, bro.
Yeah.
So nobody, it ain't gonna really hold no weight.
So why he doing it then?
Similar to that.
Because this nigga
first
gonna
fight.
get paid.
They think this gonna do the same amount of money as the first fight?
Floyd's supposed to get
The shit that
180.
you said you would do
Woo!
for 100 million, nigga, you're getting the
Boy,
ring
about to
too.
get 180 off this fight.
If I'm
That's my
Pacquiao,
legacy.
yeah, I'm signing up, bro. I got a free
His
100 mil.
legacy's not on the line.
Damn near.
You would do a lot worse shit than fight for 100
Pacquiao
million,
ain't
bro.
Yeah, his legacy now.
Oh, God.
His legacy now.
It's not, bro. Nobody gives a fuck, bro.
Not no more.
So
then why is they doing
For the cheese, nigga, you
the
would do
chicken.
some unbelievable shit for 100 million. Unbelievable.
Hey, stop saying that.
He keep aiming at you.
Nah.
gonna be believable.
Nah,
he
I'm
keep
just saying.
adding extras on that.
Nah, see, down, my nigga.
Within reason.
Yeah,
But I fight for